I'm not really sure what this video is going to be about. I just got a microphone. Actually, I didn't get it. My friend moved back to China and she gave it to me. So, Charlotte, if you're watching this, shout out to you. Well, I don't know what I'm doing, but art version. So, I didn't write down any notes other than the potential title for this video. And really, it's because I don't know what I'm doing, TM, the art version. In terms of my art page, in terms of my life, in terms of just this existence on this planet, I really don't know. And it kind of seems a bit unfair. Like, obviously, everybody goes through this in their life, but that doesn't mean that, gosh, that doesn't mean that I can't still call it is what it is. It's unfair. Like, you know, it's just so much confusion about being in your 20s. Like, for me, okay, do I focus on my time on building my career up? Do I focus on my time on trying to do something that's going to help me in the future? Do I focus on my time on trying to make friends, trying to build connections that could, you know, actually lead to a fulfilling life and maybe hopefully fulfilling future as well? I'm not saying that you're gonna depend on your friends, but relationships are kind of, when you're in the depths of despair or whatever, who are you going to rely on? Not, you know, your bank account. I mean, yeah, sure, you can order a bunch of takeaway, but at the end of the day, you're going to want someone to talk to. And it's kind of like, what do you prioritize? And I don't think that anyone has an answer at all. Because you go and you look at people and examples, maybe family examples, maybe examples from history, about people that, you know, prioritize family, they prioritize relationships, they prioritize experiences. But then you look at them and they don't really have much value in society. You know, they haven't really built anything for others. They haven't really built anything. They don't really have a career. You know, all they have are people, I guess. Maybe. And then you look at people that have been successful in their career, and even they tell you, you know, money isn't everything. You know, money has different problems. Like, you know, you don't want to die lonely or whatever. And it's just like, what do we prioritize? Do we prioritize going after your dreams, whatever those are? Do you prioritize experiences and meeting new people? What is the balance? What is the balance? And I just feel like nobody freaking knows what the balance is, because it's getting really annoying, like asking people, what do you do? What is the balance? And literally everyone doesn't know. Like, they don't know. I'm not even talking to the mic anymore, but they don't know. And it's just like, that's really annoying. How am I, as a 20-year-old, supposed to grasp onto something for hope? How am I supposed to, you know, think, okay, there is a way out. There is a tunnel that leads to the light somewhere. You know, there is an example of how to do things right. You know, who are you supposed to have trust in? Who are you supposed to have faith in? Because obviously not yourself. Am I right? Like, you don't know what you're gonna do. And I feel like part of me is kind of like getting a bit anxious, like, okay, wait a minute, Layla, hold up, you're only 23. Like, why are you afraid of the future? And, you know, this is something that I'm really afraid of. Like, I'm afraid of, you know, being older, like even 40s, 50s, 60s, 80s, whatever, anytime older than now, looking back and regretting it, feeling like I didn't do enough, feeling like, you know, there was an opportunity here, but I wasted it by doing nothing, or even vice versa, feeling like I was putting so much energy into one thing or another thing that I completely missed out on this other thing, and now I don't have a fulfilling life that I want. And it's just like, I know that this anxiety or this stress is unfounded and stupid. Not stupid, but it's unfounded because you don't know what the future's gonna hold, and it makes no sense stressing about 50 years from now. But I can't help but have that anxiety with everything that I do and everywhere that I go, you know? And it's just like, what do I do to mitigate this? And the answers aren't out there. because you don't know what's gonna happen in the future. And I feel like this is a dilemma that a lot of people in their 20s go through as well, which is kind of like okay, your 20s, like I've heard from a YouTube video that your 20s always, like, you can see how your 20s impact your 30s, you know, like it's hard to see how maybe when you were 10 how that impacts when you're 20, but it's easy to see when you're 30 how when you're 20 it impacts when you're 30 once you're 30, if that makes any sense. Once you're 30, it's easy to see how when you were 20 in your 20s you could have done things to help yourself, and this is the golden time, and I'm almost halfway through it. I'm almost 25, like in another 2 years, but still maybe a year and a half, but and it's one of those things. Do you save for the future? Do you live for the now? But if you live for the now and you have all your good experiences now, what are you going to do in the future? Who are you going to depend on in the future? Like, how are people going to depend on you in the future? And I feel like this carries through a lot of the things that are going on in my life, and this is when I'm going to get into the art bit, because it's like, okay, I want to be a good artist. I want to be able to create something that I'm proud of. I want to be able to say, yeah, I can create art and be confident in that, you know? And right now, the art that I'm creating, I'm not really sure if that's it. Like, you know, I think I started out, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna create jean jackets. Then I did that, but I was like, this isn't really developing me, number one, because I was tracing characters onto the jacket, and I was just like, all I'm doing is applying paint to the jacket, and also it was taking a long ass time. So I'm going to interrupt this program by playing a reel of a jacket that I painted, because even though it took me a long ass time, I'm still pretty proud of it. So,
oh, my cabbages! My cabbages! My cabbages! My cabbages!
I just want to reiterate that even though I'm super proud of this jacket and it took me a long time to do, I did trace the character onto the jacket and then I just filled it in with color. So I just want to be transparent about that. So I was just like, no. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna create an art Instagram where I create prints, and it's gonna be about colors and fruits and, you know, vibrant colors, kind of linking to fashion. And I was getting inspiration from Vogue and all those things. And even my name, like Loquat was about that, like bringing vibrant fruits and like fruity and bubbly and passionate and whatever. And that was gonna be my art brand. And then that didn't really go. Then I was like, you know what, okay, I'm going to do art for other artists. So I'm gonna do tips, I'm gonna do art thoughts. My target audience is going to be other artists who are struggling just like me. There are no rules. Block in the colors you want or work across. So at first I thought, oh, it's just squiggly lines, it's fine. But they're actually not squiggly lines, they're curves. And curves have directions that they go in. So the next time I do this, I'm going to be looking specifically at the direction that the curves are going into and trying to recreate this throughout. The final result. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of it. Stay tuned for more. And then I feel like I'm still somewhere in that zone, but now it's completely different to where now all I'm doing is painting eggs. And I thought that was a great idea. Like, oh my God, I love eggs. Who doesn't love eggs? I love eggs. Like, paint eggs. Everybody likes eggs. I love eggs. Eggs are easy to draw. They're easy to paint. You know, like, let's do it. Let's just do a whole Instagram full of eggs in different designs, in different mediums. And then I've done around 6 eggs right now. And it's just like, I'm tired of drawing eggs. Like, it's not that I'm tired of drawing eggs, but it's more like, what is this developing? What am I learning by doing this, you know? All I'm doing is drawing an oval and then shading it and coloring it in. Am I actually gaining any skills? Do I know how to draw a hand? No. Do I know how to draw a face? Like, can I draw a face? If you tell me to draw a face right now, would I be able to do it perfectly? No. So it's just like, I'm doing this thing, but am I actually developing? And what's the point of pushing things out for people to enjoy without me actually developing and becoming the artist that I want to become, you know? Like, yeah. So yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. I'm just in like this weird zone. And is this why people don't like people when they're 23? Is this why? Like specifically 23? Because you just don't even know who you are anymore? Or it's not even that you don't know who you are. It's like you are trying to become who you want to be, and that person isn't real yet. So there is no goal to get to. It's only like until maybe in your 30s you'll realize, okay, I'm there, and that is really inconvenient and annoying. Anyway, I don't really think, you know, I'm starting to realize that my videos don't have any sort of conclusion. It's just me ranting to the camera and hoping that someone can relate to a little bit of what I've said. Hoping. I don't really know. This is another thing, like, you don't really know if what you're doing is actually valuable to people. Am I doing good content? Like, am I just waffling and talking shit the whole time? Like, you don't know. You really don't know. Right now I have around 5 subscribers, hey, and it's just like, you don't actually know if you're helping anyone. You don't know if your content is good. And this is another thing. This is just tying all into it. This is just such a shaky, weird, I'm trying new things, I'm failing at things, I don't really know what's going on, period of life that could last for like years and you could get nothing out of it. It's really strange. It's really strange. I think maybe the moral of this video is just to say, like, if you don't know what you're doing, especially with your art, especially with your life, really, neither do I, you know? And like, there is that fear of never figuring it out, honestly, never ever figuring it out. And I probably, you know, whatever, you probably won't ever figure it out, to be honest, but like, damn, like, it is scary freaking. It's scary thinking that you're gonna look back and be like, what the fuck was I doing? Because you won't know until you're there. And that is the worst part. The worst part, the best and worst part, whatever. Whatever. Okay, I hope this was a good video. They say that you have to do 100 bad videos before you can get one good video. So hopefully, this is video 6 out of 100. So I just have 94 more to go. Thank you so much for watching. Okay. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in. If you made it past all of the waffling in this video, I really appreciate it. I'm sorry that, you know, I don't really have a conclusion and I don't really have any words of you'll get through it or inspiration. It's just literally like, we're just doing the thing, aren't we? And just hoping that it works out. And it might not, more likely than not. I mean, there's 7 billion people on the planet. Like, it's not gonna work out for everybody. That's probably a really negative thing to say. I'm just joking. I think, you know, probably at the end of it all, I think, and sincerely, at the end of it all, I hope that we can all look back and not regret anything. Or I hope that we can all look back and be content with it. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm Layla. My name is Layla. For loquat, Layla, Laila, not with a Y, not with an E. Thank you. If you'd like to see my art, my Instagram is here. I have other videos. My latest video is another waffling one. So if you did watch this and enjoyed that, if you did watch this and enjoyed this, you can check out that other video. I'd really appreciate it. As well as give us a like if you like this video, I guess. Give us a like if it resonated. Give us a like, or just give us a like in it. And when I say us, it's me. Thank you. Bye.